Here's how I made about $1,000 today as a 19-year-old trader. This is my last official trade as a 19-year-old. From now on, I will just be a 20-year-old day trader starting next week. No more being able to use teenager, 19-year-old in my titles. No longer going to be a teenager with motion. I'm just a unk trader now at 20 years old. So just wanted to make note of that, my last 19-year-old trade. But anyways, enough yapping. I'm going to get to that now. All right, so coming into a day like today where we are approaching all-time highs, I am going to be super bullish. And one thing first I wanted to say is, by the way, make sure that you have the right chart you're looking at, right? So if you're on TradingView and you're looking at NQ, make sure you have this button selected here. If you don't, it's going to show that we already took out all-time highs like a while ago, maybe earlier this week, like Tuesday, whatever. So make sure that you do click this button to see that we aren't even at all-time highs yet, but we are approaching them. So just make sure you're looking at the right thing. Otherwise, things are going to look a little bit confusing for you. You might be doing what you're not supposed to and not know. So anyways, we are super duper bullish here, right? When we are heading toward all-time highs, you'll see like on a super higher time frame, NASDAQ is inherently a bullish index. Like over a long term, right, we're just pretty much always bullish. There are times we'd get like small retraces down or small downtrends, but over time we are just incredibly bullish, right? So when we are going toward all-time highs, we're generally going to be bullish, and don't try and be the guy that's just shorting all-time highs. Look to go up toward all-time highs and maybe even long after we hit all-time highs. It can be hard to find a target above all-time highs, but yeah, don't be afraid to long up there as well. So on a little bit lower time frame, we're looking at like the hourly here. As you can see, this whole week we're just kind of pushing up and then small retrace, pushing up, small retrace. Like we're super bullish here. Like I said, near all-time highs. I'm looking for something up there to get taken out. So coming into this day, I did mark out some lows for potential places for us to take out some liquidity before pushing higher. And then in terms of highs, I marked out this high, and then I just kind of marked out some higher stuff to this left here, like just where our all-time highs are, some stuff like this for us to target potentially if we weren't able to get a entry maybe down here up to this high. So coming into the day, I was, like I said, very bullish, and we did create a news candle for me at 5:30. And this was, more importantly, my main target for the day. First, before we started getting to these highs, I kind of wanted to get this taken out. If we missed this, then I would have looked for something higher. So I'm just going to mark this out orange. That was the news candle for me at 5:30. So that's what I was targeting mostly. And coming into the market open, we were a little bit bearish, but we did take out this low. And once we took out this low, I was pretty much like feeling great for longs. Like we were respecting these two stacked hourly gaps, and once this candle flipped green, I longed because the way we just swept this out like to the tick basically, and then respected this perfectly, started rejecting. We had news above, and like I said, I'm super bullish on this day. This really just looked like a perfect trade for us to push higher. So once we swept that out and then started pushing higher off this retrace, I entered somewhere in here, and stop loss was like around the wicks of these candles down here, or sorry, the body of these candles down here, and then first TP was right here. I'm not gonna lie, I did take it out a little bit early just because, like I said, it's my birthday this weekend, and I was one trading day away from getting my payout on Top Step, so I kind of just wanted to secure that. So once we did hit the $200, I did take it out. Of course, I could have held for more profit, but it is what it is. I just wanted to, like I said, get that payment as my last trade as a 19-year-old. Thought it was a good way to go out with a bang. So pretty solid here. Like I said, super bullish on this day, and I feel like the draw was pretty clear. Again, one thing too is when we do have these news candles, remember, like sometimes you can kind of see this as a range. If we do take out one side of the range, like for example, in this case, we took out the low and then we took out some liquidity, and once we started trending up, it is a great target to look at the other side of the range that we haven't taken out yet. So just something to take note of today. Like I said, super bullish, lots of opportunity here. I saw a lot of people caught some dubs today. So yeah, definitely a great trading day, and I will get into that proof right now. All right, here's my Top Step X. This was something what the trade looked like at some point on Top Step. And then here are my 5 accounts. 202.20 was the fill. It's always identical on all accounts now. There's no like slippage or anything. So $202.20 for each of the 5 accounts to make about $1,000 as my last trade for being a 19-year-old. I appreciate you guys for making it through the whole video. I have been getting a little bit more support and more people watching the videos recently. I really appreciate it, and it's just fun to come on here and show you guys what I'm doing, and I hope that you guys are learning. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask, and I would love to see what other trades you guys are taking. So if you did make it through this whole video to this part, please comment below maybe what trade you took. I want to see some bangers. So again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.